Hi guys. Alright, so some of you might have seen my post the other day about Elena and Bella. If you want to see it, it's probably somewhere on my personal page. You can just scroll through. But Elena and Bella were two girls at a high school in my community, and they passed away Wednesday night in a car crash. Obviously, everyone in the city and our community is upset about it. They were well liked, they were popular, they were very pretty. They were really nice. They played soccer, they did all this stuff. And the car accident was just that. It was an accident. They were driving home from a team soccer party. And Bella lost control of the car, and her and Elena died. So that was Wednesday night, like as in this past week. So I went to church last night, and my priest has said some pretty disrespectful stuff before, but this was just bad. He was giving his eulogy, which is like something he talks about that relates to the gospel, and last night it didn't even relate to the gospel at all. He started talking about how God warns us to stay away from like supernatural stuff like horoscopes and Ouija boards and stuff like that. And about halfway through, he goes, "It reminds me of the two girls from Warwick who died this week. What were they doing out in the middle of the night, driving around with no seatbelts on?" Alright, let's start with the fact that it's 9:30. Like, that was what time they were driving home. And yes, they weren't wearing seatbelts, but that wasn't on purpose. Like, I'm sure you've gotten into a car and 5 minutes later been like, oh, whoops, forgot my seatbelt. Anyway, and then he started talking about how they were off looking for a vampire grave or something. Yeah. But the area they were driving in was like somewhere near a place that's rumored to be haunted, but that's not really what they were doing. They were driving home from a pizza party for their soccer team, which didn't make sense at all. So he's basically criticizing them, and then he goes, "And these are God's consequences for when we don't listen to his warnings." So he was basically saying, oh, it's their fault, they got what they deserved, which is not at all true. They did not deserve that. It was not their fault. It was an accident. It could have happened to anyone. They were not drinking, they were not using drugs, they weren't using anything. It was just an accident. Bella lost control of the car. It wasn't her fault. He's just a jerk, and there wasn't even like a prayer intention. There was no sympathy for the family or the friends. And my church is like within our community. So someone that was related to either girl or knew either girl could have been there. I didn't know them personally, but some of my friends did. And like, seriously, it was just so disrespectful. I was just really taken aback. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of venting right now. But, like, I can't even imagine why he would say something like that. It was awful. There was a candlelight vigil last night for the girls at Pilgrim, which is the high school. And sorry, I'm just mad. It was not their fault. So, if anyone that knows Bella or Elena happens to be watching this, then I am really sorry for what he said. They did not deserve that. It wasn't their fault. It was an accident. They were beautiful girls. They will be definitely missed. Rest in peace, Bella and Elena.